Well, this weekend marks the 114th time that Michigan State University and the University of Michigan football programs have met face to face. And heading into this game, both teams are undefeated, which means the emotions are high. But the attention is not necessarily on this turf. A field that features all green.
It's at 7/8 of an inch.
This is Andy Flynn's office. Cut 3 times a week, the field is managed meticulously.
We actually cut around the goalpost with scissors. Yes, we do. We don't want to scuff the paint off the goalpost with a line trimmer. So yeah, we use scissors. 9 varieties of grass means the management is constant. The big thing that we have on our side is that it's a science.
As the real grass turf has to be tough enough to endure the clash of the cleats and weekly wear and tear.
Focus on optimals when we're looking at managing the plant. So we want to have optimal soil conditions, optimal moisture, optimal, just all optimals. That's the biggest focus. So we're always making sure that we have all of the essentials available for the plant at all times.
The most challenging factor is one farmers also face.
I think it's the weather. I think everyone would agree with that in the ag business is that you're always having to pick and choose, and weigh your options daily and get things done just based on the weather.
Decisions driven by science, Flynn has learned from one of the best.
This is fall number 34.
And this research was first planted in 1986.
When I started here, it was 10 acres, and now it's almost 60. So it has grown a lot.
Growth thanks to the help of Rogers.
We're very, very proud of what we have here.
Proud of how the program has grown.
I think we have a program that can rival just about anybody in the United States.
He says most walk onto campus with what he calls the turf bug.
From the very first day I meet them, I said, everything I say from this point forward is involving you, taking you from labor to management.
And it's all thanks to the teaching and the great graduates that the program has helped produce.
They are just very passionate about our program, and they keep giving us good students.
One of those students is Jacob Kilby, an engineer major turned turfgrass.
In my opinion, the biggest misconception is a lot of people ask me, so you're going to school to cut grass? Which, yes, you do cut grass, but that is the very minimal amount of information that goes into the program. Like you said, there's a lot of science behind it. You have to know your chemicals, you have to know your pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, insecticides, know how to deal with different pests on the turf itself.
As solutions come from the science, Kilby just completed an internship in Georgia.
It's a sports turf solution company, so we did everything from laying sod at professional stadiums for the Gold Cup, like Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Houston Texans, Clemson football field.
And it's that experience he hopes will propel into a career.
My goal is to work for FIFA. I would love to travel around, or even CONCACAF, any of the big soccer organizations. I would love to travel around and consult on different fields, or even just do like I was doing on the internship and lay the fields for them.
It's a goal that just might turn into reality.
But I'd like to think that our graduates come out very ready, and I like to think that we get people calling us to do special projects.
Calls like one from a former student who was tapped to find a solution for FIFA, the International Soccer League.
And that issue is World Cup 26. And World Cup 26 is going to go from 32 teams in 22 at Qatar to 48 teams in 2026.
It's not just expanding the number of teams, but also the number of locations in which the games will be played.
So when it goes to 48 teams, that means it's going to have 16 sites. And the World Cup's not going to be just in the United States.
Canada and Mexico are also on the list.
So now you're talking about 1,500 miles north to south, 3,000 miles east to west, 3 time zones, 5 climatic zones, and it is a big tiger by the tail.
One of the biggest requests received by the Turfgrass team yet, but one Rogers is confident can score a solution.
We need to develop a system, and the system is something that can satisfy FIFA, and by that I mean World Cup soccer, and FIFA is in charge of all this, satisfy them such that they're comfortable that they're going to have quality games no matter where they are throughout North America.
No matter if it's soccer played on an international scale or the Spartans prepping for its largest rivalry game. It's the current Michigan State turf team, along with ones from the past, showing no job is too big when science is on your side.
I'll just go back to the science part of it and just make sure that we're providing, the optimal growing conditions for the plant.
Well, that does it for our College Roadshow from Michigan State University. Thank you so much to the university for being such gracious hosts to us this week. Well, next weekend we are headed back on the road. This time we are Lincoln, Nebraska bound, and we hope that you join us as we work to build on our tradition.